Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad being pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Never save no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Gunners. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Ready, set.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator. 2.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. And this one complete to Reed. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Wild. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. Shreds the tackle. A beautiful spin and room to run. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. Talk about flipping the script. That punt return 86 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, don't even worry about it. You got to just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
That's it. 180. Gun. No. 20. 8. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Here we go. 180. 58. Come on. Hey, man. Watch the boot. What is it?
On first down, Newton. That is caught by Cohen. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Tighten up. Hey!
To throw again on second down, Newton. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had to pick it.
There he goes, Amari Cooper, the 40. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Lock off a play action. They'll let this go for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Ready? 180. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 20. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Out of the gun, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum.
They've got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 37-yard line.
Got it. Hey, Haywood.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
5-3.
7-7, our score after 1.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ready, 180. 5-5-5. Hey, here I come, here I come, here I come. Hey! Hey, check mine. Watching you 5. Let him know.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Well, he's going to go for it all. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Locke now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Throwing now is Locke. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. On the return is Cohen. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On 1st and 10, Newton. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Steelers' 48-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Check three.
Operating from the gun, Newton. It's caught, Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 1st down, a run with Cohen. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They fake the give. Newton. Open man is Ross, complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting.
Oh, Cohen lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's locked. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh 1st.
60 all.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down now, Irwin. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. To throw it is Locke. Jordan Reed has it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Lock now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 20. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches wanted to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Locke. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Locke now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
First down.
Ready. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
On first down, Locke. Looking for his tight end Reed, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Looking deep for Julio. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing on third down, Newton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. They'll keep it on the ground. Irwin. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On the set. Check back 40. Watch QB go. Watch QB go. Shoot.
On 1st and 10. Lock going for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy in.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they're going to get their footwork involved. And that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A very solid gain of 27.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Gun. Switch. Kill. Great.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Alert three. 8.
Here's Newton. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought it worst. Quarterback sneak, try and pick up the first down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Let's go. 60 yards. Hey, go. Ready.
Throwing on first down. Lock. Flushed out right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They fake the handoff, now Lock. Going to throw deep for the end zone, and it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. This will be, 38 yards out. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. There he goes left side. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Great. Check.
Play action. It's Newton. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards on the play. First down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They try again with Cohen. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing again on second down. Locke, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, high 7. 2.
On third and long, it's Locke. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cohen. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Say 20.
Now Newton. He wants it all for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They try to take a shot there on second down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
They'll look to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Gun. 50. Mike, 58, right there.
Newton's going to throw it. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's third down.
Hey, Delta. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want Mike 4. Get trapped. Get trapped.
From the gun on third down, Locke. Now a desperate, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the home team here, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
STR.